I've actually taken a real interest in physiology lately. That's the study of how living systems like the human body work. Usually, it's only doctors or other medical professionals that deal with things like this, but I saw a few books being recommended on Instagram last year, and this influencer was going on about how they could be really helpful to read for understanding how the body works. So I picked them up, and I've been hooked on it ever since, actually. I always think it's a good idea to read about different things, and so I try and balance my fiction and nonfiction reading. So this came quite naturally to me. It was also helped along by the fact that I've been doing a lot of yoga and other kinds of exercise of late, so I thought it would be useful to help build up my knowledge in that area to, well, just to support my understanding of how things can or should work. I suppose it's also nice to just know things as well. Actually, now I think about it, I remember reading about how knowing facts is a great foundation for skill building, so it also makes sense from that perspective. Anyway, when it comes to the where and when of it all, I usually get some input when I go to my yoga classes. The teachers there are reasonably well informed and do a good job of explaining how different things work and move. I also get a lot from videos online. There's this genre of content on YouTube that gets called science-based fitness, or bro science if you aren't a great fan of it, and I pick up a lot from there. I think I have to be a bit more discerning with the online content because of all the misinformation these days. Lastly, like I said, I bought a few books on the matter as well, and I've been plowing through them in a bid to understand a bit more about how things should go together. I'm not sure what piqued my interest in particular. I suppose it's the confluence of things. Everyone wants to be healthier these days, and I'm quite into exercise and fitness, and I love knowing and learning about things, so it all just came together quite nicely. If I hadn't made the effort to earn about it, I think I'd be a lot worse off.
Why do some children dislike learning science at school?
Oh, lots of reasons. Science is fascinating, but the process of conducting it can be quite time consuming, and you actually have to know a fair amount to do it properly. So that can be quite taxing, especially for children who have short attention spans. Some teachers are pretty dreadful as well, not to mention the difficulties of trying to learn in a class with other people who might have different needs or expectations.
Is it important to study science at school?
Well, it's always good to know things, but science is quite a broad field, and things are always changing and being updated, so it would be impossible to know everything about it. So I'd say it's good to understand the fundamentals and know what's going on in simple terms. And then, if you want to work in that field, you can build up from there.
Which science subject is the most important for children to learn?
Ah, that's a good question, actually. I suppose, given the state of people's health in general and what I said about physiology, probably biology or anything connected to human biology. People really need to know more about how their bodies work and how to maintain them properly. Or at least it seems that way.
Should people continue to study science after finishing school?
If it's their chosen career path, it certainly makes sense. But if not, then it might be important to keep abreast of major developments. But in-depth knowledge on par with an expert probably isn't required.
How do people usually get to know about scientific news?
Most major breakthroughs and developments get published in the media, like the general media, so most people probably just have to pick up a newspaper or read news articles online. There could be some specialist newspapers or scientific journals that you can sign up for as well, but I doubt those things will have broad appeal.
Do you think space exploration is important for humanity?
I can definitely see how it might be. If our species is confined to the one planet, then the risk of us being wiped out by a stray asteroid or something is pretty high. In fact, it's like 100% if we're still here when that happens. So by exploring space, we can find new places to live and identify hazards before they become these sort of extinction level events. That's on a species level. Individually, I doubt it matters much. Our personal survival hinges on a lot more than being able to go into space.